Now, this is where, you ask, okay, where do you get your clients from? I would say approximately 50% of my clients come just directly from the internet. I have a YouTube channel. I'm active on Instagram. I'm active on LinkedIn. And so around 50% of all my clients right now do not know me at all. They just saw a video of mine and they contacted me. I did a little bit of consulting back and forth with them. And then they said, please do my work. I'm engaging you for the entire matter. The rest of the 50%, I would say around, say 5 or 10% perhaps would be referred by, the affluent family members, right? Or the well-connected family members. But approximately 30 to 40% of even the rest of the non-internet clients are the ones who are either coming back, for repeat business, or they are clients for whom I've already done work and now who are, sending other people my way, their friends and family members my way. And of course, a lot of people will say, all right, so Amish Aggarwal, at least that 40% we can't do because we don't have, so many past clients that they would refer so many clients to us. Because again, if you want an excuse, you can manufacture several of them. But let me tell you this. I never really thought about it, but there are several people from my high school, from my law school, from even, people who I used to play sports with, people who I would go to the gym with, people I would meet in random parties, all of those people who would never ever contact me, who would never contact me for any work because they see a young face and they do not believe. Now, because I have been posting on the internet for about matrimonial laws, majority of the people in my own family, my friend circle, my acquaintances, all of them say, all right, we know that if we want to get our company incorporated, we cannot go to Amish Aggarwal. We have never seen him post anything about incorporating a company. Banking and finance regulations, we have no idea. Okay. But if there is a criminal case, if there is some complex matrimonial issue, if there is a husband who is about to go, who will be liable to pay 1 lakh rupees a month as maintenance to his wife, and then somebody, sees that in that situation and he knows me, or that person has a friend who knows me or a family member who knows me. Sometimes, of course, it's luck, but there are active steps you can take, and if you kind of just go in a particular direction, these are things which kind of help out, right? So another aspect perhaps would be, caring about certain causes. And I think one final thing that I would like to add is, and this is something that I was talking to an American lawyer just last week, and it was very interesting. So what he said was that in this brief conversation, you keep referring to yourself as a young lawyer, right? Why do you do that? And I said, I guess because I am a young lawyer. He said, well, you've got 7 years of practice under your belt. I would like to think of, I would call you an experienced attorney, right? And of course, there it makes a little more sense because, lawyers spend a lot of time in law school and they do this. So he told me that, I should, and I think apart from this excuse, I think it's also about what kind of conversations we are having and with what kind of people we are having those conversations. So the American lawyer said, you really need to kind of, change the people who you're talking to. Because if you're always talking to old people, they will always keep, reminding you that you're a young lawyer. They might be encouraging you, but they will still refer to you as a young lawyer, and you'll have that talk with yourself in the back of your head, which will be, I am a young lawyer.